Hello my dear friends, here's Mad Max again. Sofirn sent me one of their flashlights in one of their standard boxes, which usually has no hint about what's inside, but fortunately it comes from Amazon. There is a stick on it which says SP33, so let's look what's inside. So let's unbox it. We find a user manual in English, German and in, I think that's Russian. The user manual gives us what we miss on the box, the main specs, as there is an Cree XHP 50.2 LED, a turbo up to 2500 lumens, a high of 1000, medium 400, low of 150 lumens, and an additional eco with 15 lumens. Throw can be up to 217 on turbo, 150 grams in weight. It's 128 millimeters long, has a diameter on the head of 37 millimeters, 18650 or 26650 lithium iron cells. They have temperature regulation technology which keeps it below 55 degrees, 2 minutes step down in turbo. So that's for short things. Maybe if you hit the pause button you might find some other things that is of interest of you. Then we have a tube to use an 18650 cell in it. There is an USB cable and a USB charger, which is just a standard model. Uses 750 milliamps. It's nothing special, but not too bad. There is a bag with 2 O-rings and a regular lanyard, and of course the flashlight, which is held in place quite good. So here it is, Sofirn SP33. So mine came from Amazon, so I'm quite sure it's not a special version made for the reviewers. Nice knurling, sorry. I like the button because it's elevated a bit, so you can feel it. And since there is no charging port or other openings around the head, it's the only thing that sticks out, so you can quite nicely feel it in the night. We have a very massive bezel. Maybe I think it's made from stainless steel due to the machining marks. We see the lens is not bluish. I read there is a coating, possibly it's a clear coating. We see the orange peel reflector. You can see down there the Cree LED, which is quite good centered. So let's open it up. On the tail cap we have a single spring, which is press fit down there. There is insulation for the transport. They added a 5500 milliamps battery in my case, together with the charger. You can also unscrew the battery tube, which has slightly greased. There is rectangular threads on both sides, which as I found out you can use also in both directions, but in this case the thick ring, it feels odd having that down there, but it works, so this doesn't make technical any difference, but I feel this nicer. So look on the driver, it's a glued driver, so there's no retaining ring, also single spring. Both springs together have quite a long travel for the battery. So I tried 6 or 7 different 26650s, and you see from here to down there, even my very long protected key powers do fit, unprotected short cells do fit, so you can use a quite variety of batteries in that flashlight. So about the user interface, that's very simple and therefore it's very nice, possibly good for muggles as well. So let's switch off one of my lights here. It's single click for on, single click for off. If it's on, click and hold to toggle the modes, which is quite fast, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Let's stay medium as on. And of course there is a last mode memory. And as I told you, there is an eco mode in off. Click and hold, so it starts in this eco. Unfortunately, so that's what I do not really like, when you're in eco you have to go to off and then short click to last mode memory. So you cannot start in eco and then click and hold and toggle to low, low, medium, high, low, medium, high, which I would have preferred, but that's okay too. And from everywhere, from off or on, double click to turbo. Another double click gives strobe. Single click, in that case, goes off. I think when you're in turbo, single click goes last mode memory. So double click turbo, double click strobe, double click turbo, single click last mode, click for off, and that's it. There's nothing special. For the beam color, I tried to move my camera to a different location. So unfortunately I cannot show you the colors on the white wall shot as they are. Turbo, that's high, that's low. This somehow does give you a good impression of the beam shape. That's eco. I have a fixed exposure, so you see the difference in the brightness. So eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. And you see there's kind of ringiness here. You see there's a color gradation. In reality, that's looks like a little bit greenish in this direction here, but we have to see if it's outside the same. So one more thing to show. I forgot to give you a size comparison. Sofirn SP33, besides the MR70 from Rofis and the ODF30 from Lumintop. The three are 26650 cells powered. This one is also a 26650 cell. The old DQG third. So it's the same battery inside, so that's nice. Same LED and same reflector. The MR50 from Rofis. Maybe I take that outside for the beam shot to see, should be very equal. And I hope all of you have an Convoy S2 or S2 Plus. This is the 1 inch in diameter class, or you should have one C8 sized flashlight. That's the Thorfire C8S. So just for size comparison, so that you get an idea about the size. And of course, I forgot, most of you like to see the amp draw, so let's do that too. Go to DC, set to 0. That's not that easy. For the measuring system, I mean, it's easy to press the button. Okay. So you see a parasitic drain of 0. Is that 0? No, the movement of the wire also does affect the 0. So measuring such low amps like the parasitic drain, it just does measure 1/100th of an amp. So try an eco 300ths of an amp. In low it's 0.2, sorry, 0.2 for low, a medium of 0.57, 1.5 amps in high, and a turbo of 5.26. And switch off again. And I tried several of my batteries, and all of them had 5.3 or 5.4 amps. But I think when the voltage drops towards the 3.7 or 3.8 volts, which is the limit to activate turbo, the cell needs much more amps to have the same power level. So that's it for the insights. Let's go outside and look at the beam. Okay, outside, as usual, the same spot. Using the GT Mini, 140 meters to this tree. There's a small road running on there, a small hill with some ice. Then we have this point and this street here at 140 meters, 400 meters the barn, but I do not expect to see it now. This point is 40 meters maybe. So there's the fence, the acre. So GT Mini with 1200 lumen maybe. Now the Sofirn SP33. That's eco, a few meters in front of us. In low, that's a light you can easily use by night to walk and see 30 meters, 40 maybe. I do not see a thick spot, it's a nice light. Go medium. So now medium, I can see up there the tree comes to sight. In high, you see that's good light distribution. Unfortunately, up there the hill I can see with my bare eyes, the camera cannot really capture. Try double click on turbo. So up there, this part on the left side of the road, I could see with high too. There it is. Yeah, the eyes do adapt much better than the camera. So as I told you in the other video, it's very hard to give you an believable thing. So I usually try to show less than it's possible on my videos. So that's the SP33. I also have the Sofirn MR50, which has the same LED, and so that's in turbo. So you see this problem with the light. If you know, you can see there is a greenish part here in the hotspot, then there is some light aberration, and then there's some tint going to the bluish on the Sofirn, and it's quite the same. You see now the hotspot is here. There's a different tint than is here on the side. So, but that's on every XHP 50 or 70 in the second generation. So, but it looks not so nice on the phone screen, but I would say that it would not bother me outside in the fields. So in my other pocket there is the Lumintop ODF30. So that's it's in lockout. So that's a 70.2. That's 3,500 lumens. Even a little bit of a wider beam. That's 1,000, a third of lumens more. And this is the Sofirn in turbo, and that's 3.5, 2.5. So I'd say you can measure it, of course, in the lumen box, but in reality, so light that you can use to the eye, there's not that big difference. So switch them all off. That's one needs a short click, one needs a fast click. And for the lulz, this is the Imalent R90C in low. You remember up there is the building at 400 meters, and that's in turbo. You remember the tree, 400 meters to that building, 800 meters to all the people which are probably awake now up there. That's 20,000 lumens rated for not 10 times the price. That's about $217 US, and the Sofirn sells for less than 40. So with that picture, I say thank you for watching. Back with the Sofirn. So that's 2,500 lumens. That's 20,000. So enough for the fun. Turbo on the Sofirn. I think that's a good light, especially for when you get a deal. At the moment in Amazon Germany, I have a code to sell it, buy it for 32 euros, something like that, including charger and cell. So price wise, I really like the Sofirn flashlights. So enough advertisement. Have a good night. Bye bye.